Downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
What's up? Hey.
What's up?
Hey, thanks for joining me, Alban. And as everyone sees, the long time of the 2-minute intro plus, it's us. So, hey, everybody. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? The time for the cannons to take out Russia. Hell yeah, that is a hot mess. But we're not going to talk about Russia because we're not here to get pulled down by the COVIDs and the gas prices and the Russia. We're not. We're going to hang away from all that.
We have to say something about the gas prices. Come on.
No.
Later on, we gotta.
Later, later. I'll tell you, y'all ain't got as bad as we got up here, but we'll leave that.
I know I'm cursing the pumps here, and I'm saying, God damn, what's he doing up there? He's by the leader, you know.
Over $7 a gallon. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. We'll talk about that later. So yeah, we got a show going on. We're going to talk about a new add-on base. So some of you folks may be interested in that. And we're going to talk about that and what made some of the pros to that. We're going to talk. We got a whole list of items. We got sites of the week. We got some UFC this week. We are being broadcast live right now on big screen. Did you see where I think Roger had posted that? I don't know if you saw that one.
Did he?
Yeah, hold on a second. We're being live right now. Roger and DeBeach are in big screen broadcasting this on the Oculus. Because here I am. I'm a trendsetter. I mean, we're not only here on YouTube and on Facebook and different places like that. We are also on the Oculus being broadcast right now where people can watch it and ask questions in that private room. So if you don't have an Oculus, get one. And if you do have one, check us out. I think I posted a link to our Telegram group in the show notes below so you can find out about big screen, find out about the rooms we're in. But yeah, good times. So they'll have that in big screen. And if you're in the big screen room, ask questions of the guys that are moderating that room, and they'll be able to explain some of this stuff because some of this stuff is kind of nerdy.
We'd love to.
We sometimes we talk a little nerd talk. So, you know, if you're not familiar, ask questions. Those guys will answer your questions, especially DeBeach. He loves answering questions.
He loves it. He loves it.
So
he might not always, act like he doesn't, but he really does love it.
He does. He's a great guy.
He is. He really is.
So we're going to talk about numerous topics today, as well as taking your questions, because this show is about tech. We're about trying to help you save money by streamlining your streaming services, cutting the cord, cutting back on stuff. Cord cutting does not mean free. It can be free, but you may not have the content that you want as good as you want it. So we do try to help you. We'll give you options. I'll tell you the pros and cons about a lot of this stuff, and then you decide what fits your needs. So one of the first things we normally do is we'll run through and say hi to everyone that's over here, and they've got Sohil from Portugal, number one here. He was here first. Narcissus, thank you for joining us. Red and Eddie hanging with us. Michael hanging with us. Pillow Talk, I talked to her today on Shrink and Sharon show. So she has a YouTube channel that seems like it's kind of a newer channel. So you may want to check that out. She has some really unique content. So check out her channel. It's some interesting content that it's discussions and some things that may make you think a little bit. So great content there. Welcome her to watching. We got Steve in the chat. We got meet and greet. What's up from down under? From the down under. What do women blunder? Steve and Stuart, thank you for joining us. Theodore's hanging with us today. Miss Octavia needs to join us in the chat on here sometime.
Yeah,
she needs to come join us. She ain't shy. Come on, Octavia, you need to come on and hang out with us.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep Aubin off of you. I won't let him dog you out too much. I know he'll be all that flirting and doing that low voice, trying to throw a little something.
Hey, I do what you got to do.
So we got Roger, Doug, thank you guys for joining us. Mandy, thank you for hanging with us. Trevor, thank you for hanging with us. Heavy Metal's hanging with us. Leon 619, Sandy, Daldum. Got a room full, so it's great to have a bunch of people in here. Jim, I know one of the people, we had AA in here, which we're actually going to bring up a little bit about something with him today. Let's see. So we got different people. Tan. So we got lots and lots of people hanging with us. Nar, what's up, Nar? And Eddie D. So nice to see everybody hanging with us. Always welcome you guys to join the chat. And you guys are always, the thing about the chat and the people that watch this show, you guys are smarter than a lot of the people that are cord cutting. Most of you guys are very seasoned, and you're people that want to study and try to learn how to save money, because you're either going to spend some time to learn how to save money, or you're just going to spend your money. And that's one of the things about the show and the people that watch this, is that they don't mind spending a little time to learn so that they can save some money. So that's what we're here to do. So, hey, what's up, bud? Thank you. Nice to see everybody. Yep, AA. So let's go ahead, and we're going to first talk about the new add-on that's out, this new add-on base. Let me get rid of that. So we got the new add-on base, and what we mean by that is the K app, because I'm not allowed to talk about it because I get in trouble by YouTube when I mention that particular app. But the K app ends with I. There is a new add-on base, and what we mean by that is a lot of add-ons are created off of a base. It used to be a lot of Exodus or Genesis forks, and we hear about forks, and that's what that means. They're using the base of that particular add-on, and somebody else will make another add-on, but use that as its base. Over the last 2 years, a lot of people have used Shadow. Shadow has been the base for a lot of add-ons, especially the last year when we went to the K19, when we went to it. A lot of add-ons were left behind because it was a different code in previous versions of the K app. There was a different code base. It was Python 2 that was in that version. When we went to the K19, it was Python 3. So what happened is a lot of add-ons would not work in 19 that used to work in previous. So Shadow, one of the things about Shadow, the developer of Shadow, is he is an old school mindset person on open source. We know the K app is open source, right? It's an open source app. Anybody can use it. They can use the code. But some developers that create stuff, they create something and they're like, I created this, leave it the hell alone. It is mine. And nobody else can mess with it. Nobody can use it as a base. AA created Shadow and even Destiny and prior and said, anybody that wants to use it, use it. And you want to fork it, fork it. You want to use it to create another add-on, use it. Mid used to do the same thing. Mid had the same mindset.
Yep.
Create it, you put it out there for everybody. Everyone's able to use it and enjoy it. AA is of that old school open source. And again, Mid was one of my friends and has that same mindset. Create something, you put it out there, anybody can use it. AA created Shadow, people created a bunch of add-ons. We can think of Asgard, and I think of Patriot. I can think Chains. There was, so many add-ons. The Boys add-on, Go To, the first one, all those were Shadow-based add-ons. I mean, they used the base of Shadow, and then they created their add-on off of that. AA has released a new base called The Ring. A few developers have taken that base and started to build off of it. Now, anybody that's used Shadow will know it's fast. And I'm a fanboy. I'll be the first one to admit I'm a fanboy of Shadow add-on. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, it's fast. I mean,
it is.
You can't argue it.
Yeah.
And AA took Shadow and said, I'm going to tweak it a little bit. He changed some code. He changed the structure of the add-on and made it even faster. Now, I'm not talking 10 seconds down to 1 second because but it went from fast to very fast. When you're comparing apples to apples, it's very close. When you're comparing two add-ons that were based on that, one's Shadow and one's The Ring, I can see a difference in The Ring. So it is a quicker base. I think a lot of add-ons we're going to see upgrade to this new base. Right now we have Chain Reaction Lite, which has upgraded to that particular base. It's already upgraded to that base. It's added a couple things. They added the subtitle and debrid settings so that you're able to, and now that's Chain Reaction Lite. There is a Chain Reaction, there's a Chain Reaction Lite. Chain Reaction, I believe, is off Shadow. Chain Reaction Lite is from the Ring base. So if you want to understand if you're wanting to check out, you can install both add-ons. They're looking at the same things, but the engine runs a little bit differently. Hold on. All right, so that works really great. So I want to give a shout out to AA, and if anybody has any problems, if you're having any questions, if some of the developers, you guys can post any questions you have over here. One of the questions here, Enrique asks, does Shadow have free links or only debrid? The free links that it had with Shadow were very slim. I know that they had some free scrapers, but if I'm not mistaken, those scrapers are no longer working. And again, that goes back to what I said earlier about cord cutting. Cord cutting doesn't mean free. Debrid links will cost you the $18 for 6 months. Now, some of the add-ons that are using the shadow base do have free links. Asgard and Patriot, the Ghost, numerous add-ons off. Now, those are just a few off the top of my head that have add-ons that have direct links that are free, non-debrid links. There are some that use it. If you use Shadow as it's like Shadow as it is, it will need a debrid account. I have been very I've been very careful about not posting the Ring zip file in the Streaming Matters room, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it today. I think that it's been some people have worked on it or tested it. We're going to see the 4K add-on with very soon. It's going to be released with the Ring base. I have done some tests with the 4K add-on, and I can see 4K does with the Ring is faster than it was with the Shadow base. So we may see a lot of add-ons update. And again, this is on the developer side of things. So again, we're nerd talking. So maybe a lot of people are like, I just want to click it. So you may see a lot of add-ons that were using the Shadow base upgrade to this. If they were using gen lists, they're going to probably want to convert over. Chain Reaction Lite, it's got scrapers. It does a really good job. You see menus load a lot quicker in the Ring. When you click on and a menu loads, it's quick. So I think that people are going to see that change over. It's exciting to me to see a new things come out. It's exciting to see. For me, a lot of it is I'm excited to see a developer create something, and he's not ego driven or greedy. And maybe that's going to piss off some people, but some developers create shit and they're like, it's mine. Don't mess with that. It's mine. We've seen people argue about, well, that was my add-on. But the thing is that he's gone into this and said, you know what? He put all the work into it and said, it's everybody's. Whoever wants to use it, use it. And that is so refreshing to see nowadays. I really love to see that. But I don't.
There's
I think
a special place in heaven for him.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
just so you know,
Ace would,
all right. It really a special place.
And again, I've tried them. I tried them, and I do like it. On the nerd speak, the Ring does allow JSON files as well as XML files. So again, if you're on the developer side, you understand what I'm talking about. It does do both. It can read JSON files as well as XMLs. And again, if you're using JSON files, that's why you see 4K is a quicker add-on. It's using JSON files. That is just it just loads faster. So we may see we may see some updates. I think that I have not tested on 18 because I don't have an 18 on my device on my computer. I deleted them all, so I wasn't able to test if it still works on 18. So if some of the folks can test on 18 and let me know, or maybe some of the guys with chains, I'm not going to show the add-ons. Trying to keep them out of trouble and me out of trouble, but I did ask for permission from those two groups, and I was given permission from the person that works on 4K add-on as well as the person that works on the chains add-on that I could talk about it during the show and mention it. So take a look at it. I think we're gonna see even a faster add-on, and sometimes we say faster, and you talk about seconds. I mean, we're not talking about Gaia versus Shadow. That speed difference. We're not even talking, but you're talking. It is a couple seconds faster. There's menus to load quicker, and I see that, and I was excited to see AA has not been around. He's been busy with life, and it's been great to see him create something to put it out there, and hats off and salute to him.
Yep. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you back, AA.
Yeah.
I hope no one, hope you don't get burned out. I just don't want to see that happen ever again, because you're great. You really are, and the stuff that you do,
Yeah.
I commend you, really.
And again, he does it and just creates it and puts it out there. He doesn't really have. Oh, and he does say it works on 18 also. Great, thank you, AA. For I hadn't tested it, so it still works on AA. So on 18. So if you're a person that has an add-on, you may want to check that out. I will post the latest zip that I have in Streaming Matters today, and do what you want with it. The ring is not in any official repository, so take a look at it, and if for the guys creating add-ons, it may be something you want to take a look at if you're wanting to mess with it. So I love it. So I see Ellie says it's really fast. Yep. Will it do one-click links? Yes. If you've tried the 4K add-on, is nothing but one clicks. That's the 4K add-on is nothing but one clicks, direct links. So yes, I have tested that part and it does work. In Chain Reaction Lite, it has scrapers as well as direct links. Both worked when I've tested them. So good to see you guys check that out. See what you want on that. See with it, Navy SEAL is also, is Navy SEAL also, I know it is a gen and it's based on Shadow. I don't know if it's moved over to the, so Thomas, is that moved over to the ring? Yep. So I certainly appreciate it. And again, appreciate his work. I just love that he creates it, puts it out there, and lets everybody. You're not going to see a ring room. It's just going to be put out because I know that he was getting hammered in the shadow room there for a while. Constant requests. People add this, add this, add this. And again, anybody that knows add-ons, the more you add, you increase the chances of things slowing down.
Yep.
I mean, you can't. So it's great to see. So, all right. So we got don't get burned out. So again, check out those add-ons, and maybe on Twitter, if you follow any of your developers on Twitter, if they have a Twitter profile or something, they may post that they have upgraded to the ring. And so if you hear the ring is part of their add-on, that's what they mean. They have upgraded to that particular that version. The gimme chat, and that's true, Chuck. We know some of those chats. It's like they want, I want. They want everything. It's like you can't have every damn thing in there. What I want? I want AA to know what I'm thinking, what I want to watch in my head, and then show it on my TV. Let's see if we can work on that. I'm thinking about a show. I'm not sure what I want to watch, and the TV just boom, there it goes. So
just boom, there it is.
Yeah. So all right. So massive thanks to him. So let's go ahead and jump to some of the other topics, bro. What do you think?
Okay. All right, sure. You pick one.
Let's go ahead. Let's jump on. Since we know that let's hit all of our torrent freak information. Let's go ahead and hit all that topic. One of the big topics today, which I didn't need torrent freak for this. I actually saw this myself because I refresh scene release a lot. Spidey is out in Blu-ray. It has leaked. The early version, it leaked earlier than what the date. I want to say it was the 22nd or the 22nd or 27th, I thought, was when it's supposed to go digital. There is actually a version out right now of Spider-Man No Way Home. So if you're a person that's been waiting for this movie, we're not talking a cam. This is not a cam. These are a Blu-ray Blu-ray rip of this. I have not seen a 4K version, but I've definitely seen some 1080s, some high quality 5.1 1080 versions of Spider-Man No Way Out. So hey, so who's looking? I mean, is this a movie that everyone's wanting to watch? Let's hear. If you're in the chat and you're wanting to see, if you're in the chat and this is a movie you've been waiting for, hit me with a number one. Let's see how many number ones we get for. I'm curious because this is a movie I've been waiting on. I've been waiting on this for a while now because I know Andrew talked about it. Andrew went to the theater, remember, back in December. And he said, he said one of the best movies I've seen.
Yeah.
So you may have to go back and do a little Spidey timeline to get yourself,
Yeah.
like some people, I know Blue likes to do that.
Ones.
She'll watch movies leading up to this particular movie. So yeah, we see, definitely a lot of people
Always ones.
waiting on this particular movie. And we're not talking cam. This is not a cam. This is quality stuff. So I know that one of the 5.1, 14 gigs, which is probably overshoot. Look at Flynn says only Spider-Man cartoons. Yeah, I'm not going to do the cartoon, but I will definitely watch the Spider-Man, and I'm looking forward to it.
I love that Spidey 67. Even remember the original Spider-Man show?
Yeah. What was it in the 70s? That was in the 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah. But 67 was when the cartoon was out. But I'm talking about the show. Yeah, that was yeah.
I didn't multiverse. A lot of people liked multiverse. I wasn't a fan of the multiverse. I know Blue loved multiverse. Loved multiverse. I was kind of like, wasn't it Spider-Man multiverse? Wasn't that one was cartoon?
It was,
that wasn't multiverse. What was it called?
No, that wasn't multiverse.
What was that called?
Cartoon.
You know what I mean? That cartoon, the last Spider-Man that was multiverse.
Yeah. What was it called? It was called something. I don't think it was called multiverse. No one's helping us out there all day.
We'll get someone to hit us up and hit us with the right answer.
Yeah.
Into the multiverse.
Into the multiverse.
Blue liked it because remember the animation was different in it. It was changing all the time. To me, that threw me off. My brain would be like, wait a minute, did they just change it or did my graphics get bad on my TV?
Into the multiverse.
Yeah, into the
Thank
multiverse.
you, folks.
Yeah, into the multiverse. Yeah, so so take a look. We're going to see lots of Spider-Man stuff. So if you've been waiting for Spider-Man, this is the time. It is actually a version. I know that I don't know how many people have hit me up on messages saying, is it a good copy? Is it a good copy? I'm like, no. And then they ask when. We got a crystal ball. All I can go is by the dates that you find online for digital copies. And I want to say it was the 22nd or 27th was going to be when it was coming out digital. So take a look. You will find it on your favorite add-ons. Will have this particular movie. A couple things on the Torrent Freak site that I did see this week that I thought might be of interest to some of our viewers. Watchseries. So if you're a guy that's been or a gal that's been following me for a while, I covered the Watchseries add-on, and you could go through they had a scraper and a website, and at first it was free, and then they started paying. The Ace has been trying to chase these. It's like a cockroach chase. They've been chasing Watchseries, and Watchseries just keeps changing their dominions or domains. I always say that. They've been changing their domains, so they continue to change their domains, but the site is still up. So if you're a person that's been using and paying the $8, I think it says $8 a month is what they charge for you to be able to watch SoMuch.org as a VIP member. You're probably going to get some information that they changed the URL. So they'll probably change the URL and move on. Again, Ace just trying to chase these guys and around and around. That's what happens with that kind of stuff. Another big topic that I saw yesterday or day before, NitroTV. If for you guys that have been with me and have been cord cutters and doing this type of stuff, you know of NitroTV. We know of the players behind NitroTV or maybe some of the promoters of NitroTV. And the Ace is not letting up on these mugs. The Ace is on them hard. And I think I saw there's like 6 or 7 defendants that do not have lawyers. And now the last one that did have a lawyer does not have a lawyer now. So basically all of them don't have lawyers. You're putting the ball all in Ace's court, and the Motion Picture Association is going to get not
Mhm.
everything they want, but they're gonna be able to strong arm this. And so, if you've been a follower of NitroTV, all of them are still being chased for $150,000 per work. 1,800 copyright works or 1,900 works at $150,000 per work. So Ace is going after them pretty hard. So we're going to probably see some more information coming out in the next few weeks. We saw what happened to Omar Target with his judgment, the judgment against him. So we're probably going to see another big judgment against this. So running a service is dangerous. And I've told people numerous times, running these type of services is a dangerous thing to do. And there's lots of money to be made. There is a ton of money to be made, but the risk is astronomical if you get caught. So, these guys, we talked about last week that that one guy that got busted and then turned around and created another. I remember Kraz did that. He ended up creating 3 different ones, and 3 different times he got nailed. So we're going to take a look at that. We may see some more information up about NitroTV, whatever comes up on that. If you're wanting a job, Netflix is trying to hire an anti-pirating team. So if you've watched the show enough, you think you can be part of the Netflix global anti-piracy team, they're hiring. So I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, well, look at there, getting themselves looking for some
That's why
jobs.
they keep raising their prices.
Yeah, and that comes up. We were talking about that the UK is getting ready to get hit with another price increase.
They just got hit. Yeah.
And they're getting ready to be hit with a price increase, but that's happening all the way around, and
yeah,
it's going to happen. There's no way that this is not going to happen. You know what? Let's bring up the about the cable TV losses. So cable satellite TV lost 5.6 million customers in 2021. Cable and satellite lost 5.6 million customers in 2021, excuse me, 2021. That's a lot of customers. So this is a double-edged sword in a way. Number one, if you're still paying for cable and satellite, that loss of 5.6 million customers, the money that the cable and satellite companies are making or charging or need to charge to give you the content, they're going to make up that lost customer base somewhere else and supply and demand. So if you're still paying for cable and satellite, your prices are going to go up because the amount of people that are paying into that are less. So the amount of people paying into it is less. So it is a vicious circle of the more customers they lose, they're going to raise the prices. Comcast lost 1.6 million customers. 1.6 million customers in 1 year. 1 year. You look DirecTV,
but they
lost
are,
2 million.
but the funny thing is, so you see all these guys like Comcast and Verizon and all these guys, they're losing all those customers, but you see them all, increasing their bandwidth, because everyone is streaming. It's
and that's where
something to look at.
At some point, we've seen internet providers do it with the caps. Remember, was it Comcast or Time Warner? One of them was.
All of them did it.
I think Cox has a bandwidth.
A bandwidth cap.
Where you have like tiers.
Yeah.
I want to say Time Warner talked about doing tiers or Spectrum. It got shot down. Too many customers complained. Yeah. In the end, that's where these cable companies are going to go. It's going to be tier based. If you use more bandwidth, you're going to get charged more because we're paying for all these other services. Look at Hulu Plus gained 300,000 people last year, which that's a good number, not great, but 300,000 people for Hulu Plus, which I think Hulu Plus is overrated, but that's me.
Yeah.
Sling TV, which I feel like Sling TV and Fubo TV are two services that I believe, in my opinion, they're more worth what you get. They're more worth what you're getting. They're more value. Because you can kind of tailor a little bit of what you want, so that if you're a cord cutter, you want live TV, you don't want to be worried about some IPTV. I just want it to work. I want Sling TV and Fubo are going to do that. They're going to give you DVR function where you can watch something that aired a couple hours ago. You're going to be able to watch the live programming. If you're into sports, I know Sling offers a sports package as well as an entertainment package. They're good deals. To me, Hulu is overpriced. I think it's $70 a month now for Hulu TV. It's not worth it. But you're seeing the loss of the cable companies, satellite companies. They're going to streaming. So I've talked about this for 2 years now. I mean, I've pulled up these numbers, and this number is every quarter. It's the same thing. So. Be smart about what you pay for. Don't be a subscriber to 10 subscriptions. If you're a cord cutter and you sign up for 8 different subscriptions, what money are you saving? I mean,
especially if you're doing it just for 1 or 2 shows.
Exactly.
I need HBO Max because I want to watch this show or that show.
I'll use an example. A family member I was talking to earlier this week was talking to me. He signed up for Paramount Plus. And you know why? Yellowstone.
Because of a certain show. Yellowstone.
That'll do it. Yellowstone was live on Paramount Plus, and you want to see it, so they signed up for it. Well, then that's what, $8-10 a month, whatever it is. Next thing you know, you're paying for it for a year. Well, what's that for a year? It's $120 or ish dollars for the year for that one subscription because you wanted to watch that one show. Be smart about the subscriptions you pay for. Not to say, I mean, I think Netflix, to me, Netflix is well worth the money of the content you get for the price you pay. Then that's my opinion. Maybe another person's like, there's nothing on Netflix I care about. If you're a person that wants something simple, Netflix can do it for you. So pay attention to what subscriptions you have. If you're paying for Discovery Plus, you're paying for ESPN Plus, you got HBO Max, you got Discovery, Disney. Take a look at your bill because you could very well be looking. You're like, I'm spending $100, but I'm just paying it out to 12 different people. Still $100.
Yeah. It'll be more than that. It'll be more than that.
Yeah.
You know, if you got 8, if you're paying for 8 of them, you know what I mean? They're killing you and they're laughing at you.
Well,
because a lot of people don't realize, I want to, get, Paramount for the show you just said.
Not
for Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
So you get it for Yellowstone, and you're not going back to say, discontinue it for now because the show isn't playing anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're still paying for it.
Most people will.
It's like
most people will. So pay attention to what your bill is. We've talked about subscriptions that you can get if you're a person that's got to have live TV. There's subscriptions you can get that are at a fraction of the price. There's pros and cons to everything. You just have to figure out if the pros outweigh the cons for you. And that's why when people say, well, Dabs, tell me how I'm going to save money. I'm like, what do you watch? How do you watch it? What do you use to watch it? What programs do you watch? Because do you watch it live or do you watch it the next day or whenever your day off is? Because all those factors play into what thing you need, because if you're a person that don't watch live TV, you don't watch TV until the weekend and then you binge, well, then you don't need live TV. put an antenna
Right.
upside, get your local,
Mm-hmm.
news, and if that's what
News.
you're wanting to watch, and the rest of it you can watch it on the weekend. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so yeah, lots and lots of things lost. So I don't know. Bringing up about devices. We're kind of talking about devices. If you're a person that's looking for a device right now, the Fire TV 4K Max stick is on sale. As you can see, with a promotion code, with a promo code ADDFTV. Some people, I was on Shrink and Sharon's show this morning, and she actually said that people said that they got it without the promo code. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think you
Yeah,
probably
I
have to
think
be
you
a
can get it
Prime.
without because I think you can get it without.
Okay.
Because I had seen something else. Where the heck?
I know yesterday there was a glitch yesterday where you could get it for $29.99, but it was a
Mhm.
glitch that it was supposed to be $20 off, and they messed up, and the code took $25 off. So it was
Wow.
$29.99. Amazon fixed that problem, and so now you can get it for $35, which is a great deal for that particular product. A great deal.
Mhm. Yeah.
For best bang for your buck on that. I mean, if that's what you're looking for. Also, the Fire Cube is on sale with a Prime card. So if you have an Amazon card, like the credit card through probably Visa, most likely, you can use your card and get it for $70. We have seen the Cube for this price before, so you know that's
Mhm.
not crazy. The 4K stick, $30. Great price for any of those products if you're looking for an inexpensive thing that's going to give you your streaming. It's going to give you your Netflix, your Hulu, and be able to stream those content without a problem. They will work just fine. So if you're looking for those are great deals. The 4K stick, I actually give those out as gifts all the time. I set those up for people and give it out as a gift. You think about it, it's a $30 gift. And if you can
Yeah.
give that to a friend and set it up with something of your knowledge or my knowledge, Alban, put a couple good apps on there and say, there you
Yep.
go. And next thing you know, they're like, dang, what the hell? This is awesome.
Yep. So maybe we should start like making bets with people, and you tell them, okay, well, I'll set you up in your home if you pay me what you were paying, for the year, to the cable company.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we know a lot of box sellers that do
Let's
that.
put
So
that aside for me. Yeah.
hey, there's a lot
Well,
of box sellers.
I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a box seller. I'm talking about just to be able to show them, just to put that money on the
Hey,
side so they
so
could
what's
see.
happening? So right now, Alban is offering to be a private consultant for anybody that wants it, and it will be a charge to this. Just saying,
No. You see, everyone who
he's
knows
already.
me knows I would never charge anyone for anything, any information I give anybody, because I'm happy to give out any of my knowledge for anything. I just can't stand seeing people get ripped off.
If he could just keep his Plex
I hate
server
it.
up, if he could just keep it
Well,
online.
Listen, that's why I wanted. Guys, so you all understand. I wanted to build my new server, but that there's that word Oculus going around, and I've been forced to buy one. So
Welcome
I
to the
bought it.
fold.
So that's gonna So now I'm gonna be delayed on getting my new server up. So
you can't keep your server.
Blame Oculus people.
You can't keep your server on because of whatever your router issues are. You're always offline. So any of us that's friends with you know that your shit is always offline.
I've seen a lot of other people having that thing. I've seen a lot of other people having that problem.
I have
It
that
was
problem.
one of the
I have that
updates.
problem.
I have that problem. It's something going on. That's why I want to build a new server, so I can still have the masses get everything they need to. Yeah.
Anybody that follows you, anybody that's watched that TV show Hoarders, there's two people that come to mind in the streaming community,
Uh-huh.
hoarders, and that is
Uh-huh.
Farley over in the side chat, hoarder, and Aubin, hoarder. So if you've watched the show Hoarders, tons of stuff, and it's like they got stuff stacked there. You know, when you walk in the hoarder's house and they're like, "Oh, don't throw that away. I might need it sometime. Oh, don't throw that away. I might need it." Farley and Aubin are two of the digital hoarders. It's like, did you
But
watch
it's
any of that?
digital.
No, but I can't get
digital.
rid of it. I can't get rid of it because I might need it. I mean,
getting rid of it. Listen, there are a lot of shows that I have that I say, it's like when you sit back one day and you say, "Oh, I'm gonna watch something, old school, of something that I'll give you an example. I watched ISIS the other day. You remember the show ISIS?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got it. I was able to watch it. You know what I mean? I go back and watch any of my old stuff. I love it. Because a lot of the new stuff today ain't any good. They'll only make it a season or two.
So here's Chuck. Oh God, here I go with my damn spammer. Hold on a second. I gotta get rid of my spammer. Hold on a second. Good grief. Oh shit. All right, hold on.
You're right, Chuck. Digital space doesn't take up any space.
No, it does, because anybody's ever seen Chuck's array of hard drives on the screenshot.
But yes, but that doesn't take up. When you look at the footprint of it, it doesn't take up that much room.
No, it's a small space, but it's a space in the house. And Chuck with his 50 partitions. But all right, so yeah, I'm busting balls because I know Chuck. I've known him for a long time, and I bust on him and Aubin both with their digital hoarding.
Yeah,
I get what I want. I get it because I want to watch it. Some people get stuff. I actually, Aubin's Plex was working for a change the other day, and Blue and I were looking through it. And she goes, "What the hell? We're going through all these movies. That's like recent. It said they're recently on his server." And she goes, "I've never heard of this." I'm like, "No, that's why Pop has all of these movies." And I'm like, clicking. I'm like, holy shit. So, but yeah, sorry, I'm busting on it, but yeah, it definitely. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about GPUs. Let's talk about graphics cards.
Okay.
I've been looking to get a graphics card, but for the last year and a half, graphics cards are outrageously priced. Bright side is that we're seeing graphics cards come down in price. We're not seeing them at the price of the suggested retail yet. They're still not even at their suggested retail. They're like double, but they're coming down. Since February, the price has been dropping. I want to say, I think it said drop by 4% in the last 10 days. We do see the 40 series. The 40 series is set to drop this summer, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't read it in this article. I read another article, and that's supposed to drop this summer. When the 40 series drops, we're going to see the 30s drop. The prices should drop. We're also not seeing people crypto mining as crazy as they were in 2020 and 2021. So that has helped to alleviate the graphics processor video card issue. So that's getting better. The 1080 cards, the 1060 cards are still above suggested retail price. I have a 1060 in my computer right now. I want a better card, but am I going to pay $900 for a card? Hell no, I'm not paying $900. So
yeah.
So if you're looking for a card, if you're reading a lot of the articles, they're saying summer or fall, we should see kind of like a deep drop or a price to where it's at least close to the MSP. That's the problem. They're not even close to MSP right now, but we should see it close to the MSRP price come this summer or fall. So if you're looking for a video card, keep pumping the brakes. We should see a light at the end of the tunnel for us looking for a graphics card.
Now, how about you see that stuff I had there about that the GeoForce, the 3080 for the and I guess it's for the Shield, the Nvidia, to play the games there.
That's we talked
Uh
about that a couple weeks ago. I think that you weren't here that day. We talked about
oh, okay.
the GeForce where you can play using a 3080 card, paying the $20 a month, like you were saying. You pay for the
Yeah,
GeForce Plus or whatever it is. You're cloud gaming. You're cloud gaming,
cloud gaming,
and
right?
you're able to game on your Shield 4K quality, which would be rendered from a 3080 card, which 3080 cards are
Right.
outrageous right now. So,
Do you know if they allow
NVIDIA.
that on a PC also,
Yes,
or
yes,
not?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It said
okay.
in the article that I quoted that week, you could play it on a low end computer. So you could take a low end
Okay.
computer that's got a 1080 card in it. You could
hmm
play 4K via that 3080 card that's on the cloud. It is $20 a
Right.
month, or you could pay 6
hmm
months. I can't remember, $99 for 6 months, something like that. But you
Right.
could pay. You do need to own the game.
hmm
GeForce does offer some games part of their package, but if you're wanting to play Cyberpunk, I'm sure
hmm
you have to buy the game. Cyberpunk tends to be
Okay.
that benchmark right now, but I know that
hmm
Cyberpunk was mentioned in that article about that you could play 4K Cyberpunk on your NVIDIA Shield. So
Okay.
that's it's a cheaper way of getting around without buying a PC like yours, or buying
Yeah.
a high-end video card. You can play it, but
Behind video
comes
card.
with a cost. You're
Yep.
going to have to pay the $20 a month, or
Pay the man.
for some reason, I want to say $99 for 6 months off the top of my head, but it
hmm
was somewhere in that neighborhood. So not a bad deal. Let's talk about hard drive space. You found this
Okay.
article, and I thought the 10
Yeah.
terabyte cloud space for $100 for
hmm
life.
Yeah.
Uh, we a lot of us people have Dropbox and Google Drives and da 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 da. 10
hmm
terabytes for $100 forever is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of sparage. If you got $100, drop it, and you got 10 terabytes. You're not going to put 10 terabytes worth of movies or pictures
No.
on the internet. You don't have 10 terabytes. So
No.
your photos,
But you do
your
have you could yeah. 10 tera is a lot for for photos
photos,
even even
yeah,
music you know
some music.
some
Your
music,
music
you know what I mean? That's
that you care about.
right. Yeah.
As long as
That's
you're not in FLAC. As long as you're not a FLAC nut. If
yeah.
you're one of those
Right. Right.
audiophile guys,
Uh-huh.
it's I
Mhm.
got to have it
Mhm.
in FLAC. But
Yeah.
10 terabytes of storage. I have this in the notes, guys, below. So if you guys are looking for some type of storage, $100 lifetime. There you
Yeah.
go. There's your storage. Regular price is
Become a hoarder
$3,600.
like me, Be a
Yeah,
hoarder
but 10
like me,
terabyte
guys.
10 terabytes ain't gonna do nothing for you. 10 terabytes is nothing.
No. No, it doesn't.
Nothing to you. So I think that's a great deal if you're looking for a good solid backup to store your
Mhm.
stuff, and hopefully the company doesn't close. that's your
Mhm.
only issue, is
Yeah.
hopefully that company doesn't go under.
Right.
But they have encryption and all kinds of stuff that they say that you're going to be able to just keep your
Well,
stuff.
how do
So
you feel?
Digo.
How do you feel about all of these other things? Like you have the Google, and you have
Hmm.
what's the other one? All those other
Dropbox.
guys are doing the same thing. Dropbox, all of them. They all
But
want you to sign up. They're forcing you to sign up in some type of way.
yeah,
And
yeah,
meanwhile, your stuff is everywhere. Next thing you know, they say, "Oh well, you're running out of space. Here, pay us more." You know, it's the same
yeah,
thing
yeah,
like with the TV.
yeah,
They're doing the same thing. Same
yeah,
exact
yeah,
thing. You guys got to keep your eyes open.
yeah,
Just use one of them or don't use them at all. You know,
yeah.
uh,
Well, I will say,
cloud
all right. So
storage
one of
is
the
yeah.
issues that I always had with Google Drive, and we already seen these issues with Google Drive, is
hmm
Google and their scanning when they're looking for piracy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
falsely flagging content that is not
Mm-hmm.
pirated content, that they're spotting it as,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's pirated content. You can't share that with nobody.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
that's the
And we're
problem
gonna
when you
lock
run
you
into,
out.
when you get to the Googles or the Microsofts, depending on your content,
Mm-hmm.
you're in a little bit of a, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't feel as comfortable with, depending on your content.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
you could not, I would not be using this 10 terabyte, say, well, I want to create a cloud server to put all my
Yeah.
video
Right.
content.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's only going to take up so much. You're only going to be able to put so much there. Is it going to be accessible and get it at great speed? Maybe not. But if you're a person that, hey, I want to be able to save my good photo, I want to save photos. You don't want to put them on an external hard drive. That'd be the easiest thing. But hard drives die.
Mm-hmm.
SD cards die or go bad.
Mm-hmm.
This could be an optional backup, and it's an option that I
Yeah.
think that some people could find useful. So yeah, I think 10
Mm-hmm.
terabytes for $100 for life, pretty good deal. It's better
Yeah.
than you're going to get from Dropbox or Google Drive. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the other things we were going to bring up about being safe about a lot of stuff. Who hates, and I know I do, I hate when it says I need 8 characters,
Mm-hmm.
capital and low, and a number and a symbol. You know what I mean? You guys have seen the
Yeah.
thing when you're asking for a freaking password.
Password.
So
Yep.
yeah, Alban found this thing. How long would it take a hacker to brute force your password in 2022? So it has it in here. If you're taking a look and you're like, I don't need but 6 characters. 6 characters
Not
can
worth
pretty
it.
much be instantly hacked or brute forced hacked pretty quickly. And again, this first column is numbers only. Let me try to large. Oh yeah, hold on a second. Since I'm using
You can use
Vivaldi.
the other bar.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
you
at
can use the
there.
bar.
Yeah, let's hold on. All right, let me shrink it up a little bit so I can get a full picture. Okay, so numbers only. And this column here is how many characters. So 4 characters up to 18 characters. This first column is numbers only, lowercase only, lower and upper, lower, and numbers, so a mix, or numbers, upper, lower, and a symbol. So we've seen where some websites say you got to have those numbers, lower, upper,
Mm-hmm.
and a symbol. And people get pissed as hell about it.
Uh-huh.
With
I
brute
don't get
force,
pissed no more.
well, some people do. Well, that's
No,
because you got that.
you want to know
hack.
why?
You got that hack. You got the
Because
hack. You got the
I
device.
got this bad boy.
You got that
It's the
password
only
thing.
way to go. Yep.
Yeah,
it's
you
the
got your
best. I'm
password
so
saver.
happy with it. I could I just knock on the desk and it logs me in. I don't have to worry about nothing no more. And 20 character passwords and I just want to just type it in.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're not on another device. So yeah, if you got the money to buy one of those portable password protector things, yeah. The website
They're worth it.
password protectors are hit and miss. We do see some of those websites get taken down, or what's a LastPass supposedly may or may not been hacked. Who knows? But when they're on a website, they're vulnerable. But taking a look at this website, and I got it down in the show notes below, so you guys can take more time to look at it. But so let's just say 8 characters. 8 characters. If you use numbers, lowercase, uppercase of letters, and symbols, brute force they can crack it as quick as 39 minutes. If they want to. Now, again, maybe someone has to have the time to try to go after it. But if you look at this, how long it takes, different amounts of characters, and then the level that you do it, this is about protecting yourself. Making simple passwords is easy to remember and easy to type in. Yes, I'll admit. Yes, I agree. But easy passwords are also easier to brute force and someone to crack. Using the same password is not a great thing because next thing you know, that system is, if it's cracked on one site, who knows, they might be able to get them for all your websites. So it's interesting when you look at some of these things, like here's 14 characters. If you use just lower levels, 14 characters, it would take someone 4 years to brute force you. Who's going to spend 4 years just by using 14 characters? So take a look at this chart. I have it down in the show details. It is an interesting thing to think about. The work you put into your password is the deterrent to keep somebody from hacking or compromising your content, especially when you get to your banking information or your financial stuff. You better be smart about your password. You need to be smart. So it's interesting when you look at some of those. I mean, even 18 characters with number only. It says 3 weeks. 18 characters. Well, who the hell is going to make 18 characters?
Right.
And
I
I'll
do.
give it. Well, fuck you. You got that cheat device. So
I just want to say the 619 out there. It's not a YubiKey. It's a multi-pass. We
multipass.
spoke of it on the show. Yeah, the multi-pass, and it's got like what you want to log into, and it. Okay, there you go.
Back it up.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. There you go. So that holds all of your
really
passwords.
Neat. Yeah, holds everything, and it has a memory card that you can make copies. To have a backup of it. It's well worth it. Instead of paying a one of these other guys so much per year to use it, to use their services. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
Yeah, Funster's right.
Why should I pay for something?
If someone spends 5 months cracking my password, they're going to be disappointed when they do. Yeah, and again, when you get to something that's, again, hackers want what's easy. So if they try for something and they can't get it within a few minutes, they're going to move on. And unless it's somebody that wants you, they want your particular account for some reason, most are going to move on. So again, when we look at this, if something's taken, hours for them to crack your account, they don't care. They're going to move on. The person that can be instantly hacked or their password cracked, those are the people that are worried. So again, I posted this up because
two quick smart. Things.
Yep.
We'll post in the show notes for this multi-pass. And I saw that someone asked about what happens if someone gets a device. Well, there's a code that you have to put into the device to use it at first.
When you first plug it in,
that person doesn't know it doesn't even have to be plugged in, but when you turn it on, because it uses Bluetooth also.
Yeah,
so
Bluetooth.
you can connect it to your phone, your computer, or all you have to do is just knock on the desk and it'll automatically log you in. And so if someone puts the wrong code in, it just basically destroys itself after 3 attempts of putting a code in.
Don't
it'll but it's okay because you have a backup.
You have that card.
You make I have a backup card. It's just a card that would destroy itself. So I'm so happy with this thing. To have all of these crazy passwords I have set up on there, and I don't have to remember anything because I can't remember nothing anymore. So
619 has a good point here. Most passwords are either phished or social hacked or hacked into a database. They hack into a particular database and they're able to get username and passwords. And that is exactly true. And that's why you don't want to, number one, click on links that you don't know that are just some link that's sent to an email, sent to you through social media. Being careful what you click, because you can't fix stupid. If you're just going to click on some random link, and even when it's somebody you know, how many times does Facebook, you see a thing saying, oh, my Facebook account's been hacked. I hope nobody clicked on the link that was sent to you. And I'll receive a thing from, from a friend saying, hey, did you see that look at who's died this week? That was one that I saw just about a month ago. It says, hey, check out who died this week. And I was like, I looked at that link. I'm like, yeah, right. And I didn't click it. And the next day, the guy's like, hey, hope nobody clicked on that link because my account was hacked. Because what happens is anybody that clicks on that link, then they're hacked, and it becomes like, becomes a snowball effect. And that's how things are stolen. That's how information's got out there. So be careful about what you click on. Number two, again, use good passwords, and don't use the same password. Come up with a system. There is ways that you can come up with systems with passwords, come up with capitals, lowers, symbols, and letters, and make it at least eight characters long. But make it a mixture. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to say to Luis, it's only one password to get into the device, but every other password is different, and you don't have to remember any of them. You don't have to try to remember the password. It's in there. So that's what makes it so great.
Another thing, and I'll say this from personal experience, multi-factor authentication, getting authorized through a two-step. It's sometimes two-step. They'll call it two-step. It is good to have. I actually had my Twitter account hacked on my drive from the States to Canada. We stopped overnight, and I'm looking at my Twitter, and it says, oh, your account has been, your email's been changed, all these different things. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, no, I didn't do that. And luckily enough, it hadn't been long. It only been just, that day. I caught it, jumped on it through Twitter, all the rigmarole you got to go through, and was able to get my account back. But if I had it set up with a two-step check,
two-factor,
they wouldn't have never got it. They wouldn't have never got it. So I would highly suggest people to set up that two-step. Yes, it's a pain. Yes, it's more work. But if you ever have your phone on account, if you ever have your account stolen, you're going to spend way more time trying to get your account back than you ever did just trying to protect it. It's easier to protect it on the front end to fix it on the back end. So yeah, two-step is highly, highly suggested. I've seen. So one oh, okay, that's Louise. All right, so so yeah,
I have
so we got
stuff
that
on the start.
What you got?
The start stuff in there.
Starred. Okay.
Yeah.
We want to see Auburn's T-shirt. All right, what's Auburn's T-shirt today? I didn't even see. Oh, that's our life right now, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
That ought to be our motto for the show. What's the new template, mate? And that is the ring. I will post it in the Streaming Matters room, and people can be able to get it. And where can you find it? It's going to be, it's going to be in the Streaming Matters room, and you need to have an XML. So if you've created a Gen add-on, you know what your main XML is. It's going to need that, because that's what ties into the add-on and makes the add-on work. Okay, so moving along.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. It's time.
Uh-oh.
It's time. Hold on a second. It's time. Site of the week.
All right. The first one. Which one did you?
The broadcast.
Oh, okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. You've used this one before, you said, right? This is Broadcastify. So if you're looking for want to listen to live police and fire stuff, you could use this site to be able to get to it. I figured I'd put it out there for anyone who wants to sit there and listen to what's going on in your neighborhood. It's there.
And what this does is it actually allows you to listen to certain feeds, your police, your fire, rescue, all you can listen to their live radio. And here it is. I pulled up back home the Alamance County Public Safety. I can listen to the Alamance Airport. We're able to listen to it live as it's going on. So again, it can listen to all around the country, your police department. I actually used to years ago. This came out years ago. I actually would turn it on if there was something happening in my neighborhood and I was a busybody and I wanted to know what the hell was happening. I would click it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's happening across the street? I see the police cars. I want to know what's going on. You're not looking out your
We're
window.
too much alike.
You're not looking out your window, but you're looking out the corner of the window because you pull the curtains a little bit and you're looking so you can see. And you're like, oh man, did he smack his wife? Oh man, I hope she ain't been drinking. So yeah, you just click it and you will get it. There is a delay to it when I've done it before, but yeah, it's fun. You can tell how many listeners are doing it. So this is a really this has been around a while. It used to be Scanner. I thought it used to be Scanner, but Broadcastify. All right,
Broadcastify.
So definitely, one if you're a busybody, you want to know what the hell's happening in your neighborhood, you can check this out. It's a neat app. I like that. I'd like that idea. It's a fun little.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely New York. I don't know how the hell they keep that going. I mean,
man.
Damn.
Do.
I mean, that would be blowing up. But you can do a search, state, city, zip code. So yeah, if you want to be a busybody, know what's happening in the neighborhood. Watching out the window as you're listening, like, oh, what happened? What happened? All right, so what's the next one, bro?
All right. Next one we got is a site called explore.org. And what it allows you to do is you could watch live streams from, of all kinds of animals, whether it be, birds, rhinoceroses, all kinds of elephants, anything. Even if you wanted to see cats and kittens or puppies and dogs, all of it's there to watch, and you click on the link and they'll you can open it up. Normally it's like I believe it is using a YouTube link to watch it, I think. So I don't know if you want to, you see there. So I don't know if you want to play that there or not. But you'll see, you can make it large on the bottom somewhere.
Yeah, but I was trying to see if I can't hear it. I can't hear the little doggy.
Some of them you can hear. Some of them I've had that you can hear, but this one I guess you don't. I know the cat one I did. I did one with the kittens, and I heard the person in there with the cats. So, but
this one now, if you got a pet, a dog in the house. Sometimes dogs like to hear and see stuff on the TV. This would be kind of interesting to have that going on your TV.
And you can, you'd save that link as a whatever, and you can use your other devices, whether it be a Fire Stick or something on your TV. Open that link up, and there you go.
That's a neat little thing. I mean,
got a big screen TV and watching your cat stare at the TV, looking at other cats. Hilarious.
There's some bears over there in the national
Bears,
parks.
yeah. Wow.
I like some bears.
Yeah. Fish in his mouth. Yeah.
So, all right. So that's explore.
More my useless sites for you guys, you know.
So, hey, no, this is kind of neat. Again, what if you wanted to have this playing in your dog or cats in the house? I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna try this with my dog. I'm gonna try some of those dogs, especially if I can find some dogs barking. I want some dogs barking. I want some dogs
barking.
Yeah, I want some dogs getting kind of loud. I want some excited dogs. Yeah, so neat little thing. I mean, look at all these dogs sleeping. One. I don't want dogs sleeping.
Well, what else
look at there. Looky there. Oh, jeez. Don't let Blue see this. She'll be like, oh, we need another dog.
I know, right?
All right. So that's explore.org. So that is our show for hold on. Those were our sites of the week. See, look, we got special effects. Thanks to the beach. Yeah. We got special effects. We got all kinds of good stuff. Jim asks, how's my dog doing in the snow? My dog is doing fine in the snow. My dog hates the ice. When it gets to minus 30 Celsius, my dog does not like it. My dog is used to the warmer weather, of course, from being down in the South. And she'll go out when it was icy. Because we have the back door, we can open the door and she can go out. It's a fenced-in yard, and she'll do the one paw up and then the other paw up and the other paw up because it's like it gets cold, and she just you
got shoes for her.
No,
get shoes for her.
No, I'm not putting shoes on her.
That's they have those little things that go.
No,
listen,
that's embarrassing. Listen, I don't want my dog to be embarrassed.
No. Listen, let me tell you something. You know what happens to dogs here in New York if they're walking in the city and they go over, grates and stuff? They tear their paws up. When they hit metal, that's icy metal. Oh, that's
well, yeah, but my dog ain't walking in the metal, so I no.
Yeah, well, she might like it. She might like it.
My dog's kind of particular. She is not gonna like no booties on her feet.
Okay, but hey, you never know. You never know until you put them on her and throw it out on the ice and then see what she does.
You send me some and I'll put them on her. So Luis has got a question. Kodi question. Getting old and having trouble reading on the K app. Is there some way to turn off the background on add-ons like Magic? All right, so you can't change if an add-on has a background, and what you're saying is that the background image is too busy, and let's say that it's in a lot of whites, and the text is in white in front of it, and you're saying you cannot turn off that background there. The only thing you can do, and I don't even know if you can turn up the fonts in the skin. If you go into skin, you go to, I think, interface or appearance, you can actually turn the font so the font is bigger. Now it will make things not look as good, but you'll be able to have a bigger font. But no, you can't change those background images off of when an add-on has a background, because it's fan art. The fan art's going to play in the add-on, and it's going to say that's the fan art, and the text is in front of it. There's really nothing that you can do. Your dog embarrassed by shoes. My dog would be. My dog is very particular. She'd be like, ain't nobody seeing me like this.
But she would give that. She stays warm. Do you even have a jacket for her?
No, she's a dog. What the hell? A dog. We're talking about.
Listen. You're okay. You know what? You take off all your clothes and you run out in that 30-degree
You know what?
below. Okay, and
I pay the
you
bills.
see.
I ain't gotta walk around naked. I gotta pay the bills. She ain't paying nothing. She ain't nothing but costing. So, hey, Luis, one of the things I will say about getting old, and I don't know if anybody else notices this. I notice that I can't hear as good in when I'm watching a movie, or I can't hear the text. I have to turn on the freaking subtitles. So I'm going to do your,
Mhm.
since we're at an hour and 20 minutes. So our hardcore people that are watching, I'm going to give you guys a secret tip right here. We're going to go to, this is secret tip I just decided I'm going to do. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta pull it up here a second. I'm not there. Gotta remember where it's at.
Mhm.
So I was going to show you how to turn up the audio on certain things.
Okay.
I think maybe I have to have it playing. I think I have to have it playing. Okay, so hold tight for a second. I gotta make something play.
Yeah.
All right, so give me a second.
You could start playing it and pause it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. So
Yeah.
talk amongst yourselves
Okay.
for a second. Why find a free link? Because
Ooh, talk amongst ourselves. Okay. Well, while you're doing that, there's we could wait a little bit later for that.
I'm gonna, because there's one
I
thing
have
that this
for
is
you guys.
And this is if you have the case.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. If you're ready, go ahead.
No, I'm almost ready. I'm waiting for the
you're almost ready. Okay. While he's doing that, I have some TV news for everyone. Survivor has got renewed and Amazing Race at CBS. They just renewed them. I know they just came back, but they renewed them already again. Just so anyone might want to know. Everyone, talk to your stockbrokers. Amazon, Amazon has announced a 20-for-1 stock split. So there's they're having a $10 billion buyback. So yeah, and I don't even think Amazon has ever even split before. So if you can get into that, it'll be worth it, because you'll be the one saying, "Oh, you remember way back when in 2022?"
I should have bought the stock back then.
Yeah. Yep, you should have.
All right.
There goes your chance.
Okay, so let's say, like myself, I have a hard time hearing the voices when I'm watching a movie in the K app. I have a hard time hearing the voices more than the sound effects. Again, the explosions and gunfire, I hear that plenty good. I mean, you can hear that good. But it's irritating to me that I can't hear the voices. So if you have the K app, I don't care what build, what skin, you're going to go into the audio button. When you go to audio, you see the down mix, the center mix channel. Turn that up. If you turn that up, what this will do is it gives the voices in a particular movie or TV show a higher volume. You will hear them better without turning up the actual volume on the movie or TV show. So this is a great way of turning up that center mix, which is normally the voices, to be able to hear them better without cranking up the volume and basically, blasting yourself when you hear explosions and gunfire, and then you can't hear them talk. So this is a setting that you may want to check out in the K app, Doesn't matter what
Yeah.
add-on. I don't care what skin. It does. Each skin's going to look a little different, but you're going to want to go to the audio setting and go to down mix. Turn this up. You can turn
And remember to set it to default.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set it for default on all media. Yeah, you can do that, and it will set it for all of them. One of the other things in the K app that other things, like if you ever had a laptop that you turned up the volume all the way on the laptop and you still can't hear the movie, audio amplification, you can actually turn that up and it actually goes, your audio can be at 100%, and then all of a sudden the audio will be even higher than the 100%.
Higher.
So this is a way of adjusting the audio settings for you to be able to hear a little bit better when you're watching your content through the K app. Again, works with any add-on and any skin. The interface may look a little different down here, but you're basically going to want the audio setting and then want to make that change. So this works really, really well for us older people, and that I swear to you, I have to turn subtitles on a lot of times because I'm like, what the hell is he saying? Because it's like the voices are too low, but all the sound effects are freaking blasted. So this is a little setting. Change that. You'll find it to do you a lot of good for you to be able to hear those voices without blasting the regular volume. All right, that was the extra tip of the day. I was just
tip of the day. Yeah. All right. What else we got here?
Yeah, it's now. I will say, there my damn my thing's going messed up. I will say with mine, I'm using a soundbar. I used to have my speakers behind me in my center here, and I could equal it. And now that I'm just using a soundbar because I don't want to mount the speakers right now, I have found it to be more of an issue. When I used to have the speakers behind me, I could up the volume up here on the center. I didn't have the issue, but with my setup now, I do find it a problem. So, good way to find. I hear voices in my head all the time. I can't help with the story. I can't help with I can't help with the voices in your head. See, look at I started to disappear, but I'm back. Yeah, I was looking to see. So, all right. Well, we're getting ready to roll out of here because I got to eat my dinner. It's 6:30.
Oh, okay. Well. Quickly, we have tonight and this weekend.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, and also before that, there was something else important that you wanted to talk about was the security in Chrome. Star Trek.
Yeah. You're right. So I will say, and I thank you all for reminding me about security in Chrome. So one of the things about there has been some issues through a lot of the stuff in the Google Play Store, and what I'm going to say is there is a lot of people that are downloading, installing all kinds of free stuff, free games, free this, free that. And a lot of them are installing malware on your device. This is something you really got to be careful about what you're installing on your device. I know we used to be very careful about what we installed on our computer, and we didn't even think about what we installed on our phone. But think about this. Your banking information is on your phone. If you're investing, that's on your phone. All of your contacts are on your phone. There is information, logins to all your apps are on your phone. So your phone has actually gotten to be almost as important as your PC, if not more important, because you have so much
it's more
data.
powerful. And it's more powerful than your PC.
So be careful about what you guys install on it, number one. Number two, make sure to do some maintenance. Get rid of old crap you don't need. Go through and do some virus scans. Go through and keep it safe as you would your computer. Again, we used to not worry about this, but this is becoming a problem. It showed in here, and this was back in January, but I read an article the other day that there was another wave of this problem, that Google Play has removed a bunch of add-ons that millions of people have installed. And they have malware as well as subscriptions, that what they do is they sign you up for a subscription and it charges your cell phone company. Now, you don't even know it because your cell phone most likely is paid auto pay through your bank account, pays it. You don't even think about it. And you're thinking it's the same every month, but maybe all of a sudden it's went up $5. You don't even notice it. And that's because these subscriptions are charging your cell phone company. So be careful. Take a look at your cell phone bill. See if there's some charges on your cell phone bill. You're like, wait a minute. What the hell is this Google Play thing? I didn't sign up for no Google Play thing. And do your work to get that crap off of there. There's people in here that says some are being charged $15 a month through this direct carrier billing, which is DCB. Direct carrier billing, so that means it goes to your T-Mobile or your Verizon or your AT&T, whatever your cell phone company. It's being charged to them, and then it's charged to you. So lots of it. In January, 470 apps were removed from the Google Play Store. And this number, and like I said, I read something this week, and there was another wave of things that were removed. So just be careful of this stuff, because we got, it's happening all the time. And most of the time we don't think about it. Bills are paid automatically. You're not writing it out like we did back in the day. We used to have to send a check. You'd actually have a paper account or a paper bill. You'd spot your phone bill. If there was something, remember back in the day when you used to actually look at your phone bill? Remember that, Alban?
Oh, yeah.
When your phone bill came and you'd actually
looking at every number, looking at the numbers that were cool,
I didn't call that number.
Yep.
I didn't,
I didn't call that number. Remember when we were getting charged? Oh, my God.
Yes.
What
and
they
you
used
would
to
call
charge
and you'd be
us.
like, I didn't call that number. I don't even know that number. And but we don't do that no more because everything's automated. So protect yourself, because people
protect your neck.
Yeah, protect your neck, because a lot of people are taking advantage of people not checking their bills. And so check that cell phone statement. Check it out. And if you see something on there, do something about it, so because it's out there. This stuff is it's everywhere. It's a bonfire or wildfire. The other we wanted to mention Star Trek. So Star Trek has a new show coming out. Let me see if I think it's on this list here. I thought it was. What was it called? Lost Worlds?
I think it was Lost Worlds. New Worlds. The New Worlds?
New Worlds. Thank you. Strange New Worlds. I'm sorry. Strange New Worlds. I'm looking forward to this. It's coming out in May. I'm looking out with it. Here again, it's going to be on Paramount Plus. So here's some people signing up for Paramount Plus, because that's the only way they can see it. So this is coming out, and we talked about this Wednesday. It's not going to be like Discovery, where it's this ongoing storyline. It's actually, you said, I think the guys talked about it. It's going to be, each episode is going to be independent, kind of like the old Star Trek was, where they're going
every
different places.
week. It was an adventure.
Yeah. Whereas to me, I don't like Discovery because it's the season is one big long storyline. Now they go to different planets, but it's all carrying the same storyline. This is going to be something a little bit different. So looking forward to that. They're definitely you're going with Christopher Pike. If any of the old Trekkies, we remember Christopher. We remember Christopher Pike. You're going to have Spock on here, number one. So we're going to have new characters, but I think it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be a fun show.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it's good.
Mm-hmm. I think it will.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
We
Good.
also okay.
We
done
had
with
the
that?
UFC. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
UFC
Yeah, we had
today or
UFC.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Prelims at 4. Main card is at 7. It's Santos versus Ankalaev. Yeah.
There we
It's
go.
just a fight night, so yeah.
So fight night, meaning it's going to be on what, ESPN?
ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have that. Starts early though. Again, like Alban says,
Yeah.
the main card starts at 7.
Yeah, but the prelims have been really pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoy
have to
prelims.
say, I enjoy the prelims better than the main card sometimes, because it's like, they're putting, a lot of the older fighters who we know can fight. They're putting them in there, and then they're putting these other people in the main card, and I don't think they deserve to be there half the time. So sometimes it's I don't know what Dana White's got going on in his head. With all the guys that are leaving.
Isn't he
Song
the Korean
Ladong?
zombie? Isn't he the Korean
Yeah,
zombie?
yeah.
No, he's
Isn't
China.
Song
No.
Ladong isn't. No.
No.
Song Ladong
Okay.
is different than the Korean zombie.
Okay.
But the Korean zombie, it does have a fight coming up soon.
Yeah, I thought I remember seeing it on the ads last week. So yeah, 4 p.m. prelims, and then main card 7 ESPN. Definitely be something to watch.
Eastern time.
Fun times. Yep, East Coast. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right.
now the most important thing that we all have fun watching is the West Virginia Tough Man. Now listen, if you want a good laugh, you've got to watch West Virginia Tough Man. This stuff is just so funny. We have a blast watching it.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons why I did order my my Oculus to be able to watch this with these guys, because you can't help but cry, because it's so funny watching some of these guys, the ring girls, everything from beginning to end. West by God, Virginia. You gotta watch it. Yeah,
Yeah, and hey, he says that like that because there is no lie. So the ring announcer will say, he'll be talking about some wrestling or fighters, and he'll say, he's from West by God, Virginia. I'm like, what the hell?
Man, and it's funny because you got one guy who he works at the Ford's service center, and got the other guy who's fighting is down the whole down the hall from him, and just to watch them go at it is hilarious. They can't fight for their lives.
And I remember
funniest stuff.
What was it last week we were watching? And he says, "And this is the school teacher, so and so, the school teacher," and it's definitely funny. Again, if you got a subscription, a lot of us are able to watch it through a subscription, $30 if you want to pay for it. But we tend to watch that. We watch it. So I think you guys watched it on the after show last week, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, you broadcasted, just did it in the after show. So, yeah, West Virginia Tough Man Contest. It is something to watch. Also, for me, you've got for me a basketball fan. I am a college basketball fan. This is we're at conference play right now, so all the conferences are playing, and we start. Let's see. So conference play stops this week, so you'll have all your conference champions by Sunday, and then we start NCAA tournament starts up. So we'll start the tournament of 66 now, or 68, because it used to be 64. Now it's the tournament of they got a bigger number now. Linda, we'll put that.
Lin-
We'll put that in. We'll put a link to that in the show notes.
yeah,
And you, what was it called?
Multipass.
Multi.
Multipass. MOOLTIPASS. Multipass.
And break out. Just make sure to break out that credit card because that shit ain't cheap.
$100 bucks.
I ain't got money like that. I ain't got money like that.
Well, you hold on for all the gadgets you put together for your,
I ain't
your
got money.
VR.
Oh
my gosh.
So yeah, so March Madness is kicking up. So if you're a basketball fan, to me, pro basketball, whatever. College basketball is, to me, is just so much more exciting. My boys last Saturday, Carolina beat Duke. If we can make it to the championship game, hopefully we beat Duke again. So that's the only thing I can hope for.
Now, are those being done in the VR world? Like, remember we were looking at some of the other basketball games were.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody's broadcasting all those things in there. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it, but
I figured I know you wouldn't mind. That'd be
I wouldn't mind doing
to watch that.
Yeah, I might do it. Yeah, Coach K's retiring. UNC ruined his last game at home, so hopefully we ruin his last game at the ACC tournament. So, all props to Coach K. Great coach. I mean, phenomenal coach. Phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, you got to pull from a team. So that's happening all this week. Starting next week, big NCAA tournament will kick off. So if you're a basketball fan, that will be 64 teams or 68 teams making it, and we'll see what happens. Anything you say you want before we roll up out of here? Because I got to eat my dinner.
No, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll let you go. I can't be like you and take 20 minutes to say a bunch of things. I'll let
Listen
you go
to
so
him.
you can eat. Yeah.
Dang, shots fired.
Thanks everyone for coming out. Well, I'll make sure that Todd puts the stuff in the show notes. I'm sorry I can't type back to anyone out there, but me and Google. So hopefully we'll see. One other important thing. Oh my gosh, was that next week for Player Pass. We have
Against the Ice.
Yeah, Against the Ice. I had a little thing
Against the Ice.
The Ice is the movie for next week. Why can't I find it here? Okay, well, either way, guys, it's Against the Ice is our movie for next week. It's about Greenland, how it was, how they discovered it and tried to keep it all belonging to Greenland. So you could watch the movie and join us on the show. All right?
So next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be having Against the Ice review. So please watch it and join us. Stuart, also GCW pay-per-view wrestling tomorrow night. Thank you, Stuart.
Okay.
Hey, he is our local wrestling.
Yeah.
He is on it, so he knows when there's a pay-per-view. Yeah. Thank you, Stuart. So GCW on tomorrow night. So yeah, just take a look at some of those sports. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Check us out on Telegram. I will post the link, or Alban will post a link to the after show in Streaming Matters room. So that's where we post it. We don't go posting it everywhere else. And if you want to join that group, Alban will let you in. And okay, so thanks for watching. And well, you know what? Because streaming matters to us, because streaming matters